coordination, grace, balance, and control. Internationally, all of the competitive gymnastic events are governed by the Fédération Internationale de Gymnastique. Mohamed Al-Saharti is a young Egyptian gymnastics player who has rapidly become one of the most reputable and achieving athletes in the history of Egyptian gymnastics. He has dominated the gymnastics throne in Africa and the Arab world and has achieved the highest that any Egyptian has made in the last Olympic Games in London 2012.
Okay, first, my name is Mohamed Sharif Saharti. I'm 24 years old now. I just finished my studies in the Faculty of Oral and Dental Medicine, Cairo University. I finished 1-year internship, and I'm a gymnast for almost 20 years now. And we're just preparing for the next year, for the next season. First, I didn't choose to be a gymnast because I was maybe 4 years old. So it wasn't my choice, it was my parents' choice, mainly my mother's. She was just walking by here in the club and she saw some small kids. They were just playing in the gymnastics hall. It was a very nice beginning, and that was the beginning. I started when I was 4 years old, and my mother chose it. My first event, I was very young. I think maybe it was the national competitions when I was 7 years old, and then I started building up year after year until I made the national team in 2004 when I was 14 years old. And at 16 years old, I started my first international competition in Germany, in Hamburg, and it was a success. It was as a beginning, I think I had 1 gold medal and 1 silver and 2 bronze medals, and it was a very fun beginning for me. I think it all started when I was 12 years old. I started winning some major national competitions. I started winning more medals. More rankings, everything was getting better. So I thought maybe why not? There's a national team trials next year, so maybe I could give it a shot and see what can I do. So the next year we had the national team trials, and I got in the national team, and that was mainly the transition from being just an amateur to being a professional gymnast and starting with the national team, the whole thing. It was a very good idea. There was a Chinese coach. He's one of the best who came to Egypt at that time. He said that he needed a junior national team, so he had to choose 5 players from all of Egypt to be the junior national team. So at first, I think maybe we were 15 or maybe more, and he chose 10 to make 2 weeks trials to choose 5 at the end to be the junior national team at that time. So I was selected from maybe the 15 gymnasts at the beginning, Then after another trials, I was selected within the 10 gymnasts to stay for 2 weeks. And then after 2 or 3 weeks, I was selected in the 5 players to be a member in the junior national team. So that was mainly the way they chose the team, and that was my start. That was my beginning. I'll start with the Arab region and Africa. Egypt has been dominating the gymnastics field for a while, since maybe 7 or 10 years now. And now we're starting to have some major competitors, mainly from Algeria, from South Africa. We are still ranked #1, but there's some serious competition at these moments. So this for maybe the Arab world and Africa. For the world competitions, we are still a bit behind. We still have so much work to do. We have a lot of work to do to reach the world class level. We need to have everything. Gymnastics now is more considered as a science more than a sport. It needs everything. It needs physiotherapy, nutrition, much more spending. We need now foreign coaches to help us. We need everything. Everything is needed to make a world-class gymnast, maybe a world medalist or an Olympic medalist. It's not easy at all, and it needs a lot of work. We have a bit from everything, but we have nothing. Nothing is complete. We don't have a complete physiotherapy system. Maybe we don't have a good nutrition system. Nothing. We don't excel in anything, but we have just a small bit from everything, and it's not enough. It's far not enough. We need some coordination between the education system and the sports system, and this is totally not here. I started 2012 with the African Championships in April, and I came in first place, and I had 7 medals. It was a very good achievement. Then I went for a camp in London. Then I went from London to Paris, another camp for 40 days. Then from Paris to a World Cup in Belgium. And then from Belgium to the Olympics. I was very, very, very well prepared in 2012. So it was, I just worked hard and I had my results for the hard work I did. But since after the Olympics, things has been going down a bit. Training is not as good as before. The camps and the camps is not as before. Just in 2 months, I stayed 2 months, 1 month in London, 1 month in Paris. So it was a very good preparation. But after the Olympics, maybe I think the funding is not as huge as before. So the curve is going down since 2012. I think it was one of the best days of my life. Just as soon as I landed in London, everything was amazing. Everything was very well organized. The venue was huge. I've never been in a venue this big before. It was a very one of my best experiences I ever lived. Thank God, at first when I first entered the hall, it was in training, not in competition. So that made it a lot easier than entering for the first time in the competition. Just as soon as I entered, when I was just standing on the door, I was very scared. I was very scared. But as soon as I entered, I started warming up. I started feeling our apparatus. I started talking with the other gymnasts. Everything was quite well. I was much calmer, and I did what I do best in gymnastics. The competition went quite well. I did my best. I think I did my best routines since very long time before the Olympics. I came number 12 on vault, and that was the highest ranking an Egyptian gymnast have ever made in the Olympic Games. So it was quite an achievement.